All right, let's go to the next one. You ready? Here's another one. These are all so hard, man. Texas Tech out of the Big 12 against Duke. Against Duke. The Mike Krzyzewski final season tour continues. So he still goes. All right, here's what this is. Offense versus defense here. We know how talented Duke is on the offensive end. Texas Tech continues to just impress me defensively. Mark Adams took over for Chris Beard and has stepped right in. They guard the living heck out of you, Dave. So here's some numbers for you. You ready?
Yes.
This is the one to watch, I think. This is strength on strength. Texas Tech is top 10 in opponent field goal defense from 2-point land.
Opponent field goal defense from 2-point land?
So basically what that's saying, Texas Tech plays that no middle defense where they're going to pack it in on you. They're not going to give you anything from 2. And they're going to say, if you want to go shoot threes and make them, then you can beat us. You can get threes against Tech.
Okay.
You can get threes. It's just simply, can you make it? So they're very good. They're not going to give you the 2. They guard you. They're physical against the 2. But here's the thing.
Doesn't Duke like to shoot the 3?
That's what Duke likes to shoot the 2. They're 11th in 2-point field goal percentage.
Whoa.
So you've got that. All right.
Okay.
So you better find out how to make threes. Now, keep in mind this. Duke is without its best 3-point shoot. Maybe without. Let me clarify. Maybe without. That's A.J. Griffin. He left their second-round game with an ankle injury. Is he back? What's his status? He's their best 3-point shooter. If he's in, I think you're going to have him because that's the formula against this Texas Tech.
So I can tell you this. In Vegas, I was out and about the whole weekend, like just popping in and out of books and doing stuff. Everybody had Michigan State against Duke. There wasn't too many people that were happy that Duke covered. They were taking the points against them. And I mean, I guess Duke got lucky. I don't know how you call the end of those games when they just cover or they just don't. I was at the Westgate Sunday when they put this line up, and he opened up Duke -1 and flipped it because the initial bad guy play was on Texas Tech. Defense usually wins in this spot. And you hear that defense wins championships. Whether it does or not, I don't know. But 3 Big 12 teams are playing in the Sweet 16. You saw these Big 12 teams. Can Texas Tech dominate that? Do they have enough? Are they deep enough to win this basketball game?
I don't know if they're deep enough, but they guard well enough to do this. I mean, that's the thing. They're going to come out and if they get a whistle that allows you to play, they are going to absolutely be all over Duke. And I think one of the things you've seen with the Big 12, Dave, here's something in the league that I watch every night during the season. That was an absolute gauntlet of defensive teams. And the criticism was on the offensive side for Big 12 teams. And I think what you're seeing is as those groups of those teams have gotten outside of Big 12 play, the offense looks a little better, doesn't it? Because they're not playing those elite defensive teams. Duke's not an elite defensive team.
Nope.
So can Texas Tech score enough? Because that's my question on Tech. Can they score enough to get the win here? Because if Duke needs a basket, offensive skill, open jump shot from 3, you got to like their chances there. But can Tech score? I think they can on this Duke defense. And when does it run out on a very young Duke team? This is one of the least experienced teams that's left. As you get deeper in the tournament, we know that experience matters. I'm going to talk about that in a couple other games. For me, I don't know if I can go with Tech. I've been queasy about Tech all year, and clearly I'm wrong. I mean, they're still playing. I just can't get myself to trust them.
They're not fun to watch. Okay. I mean, they're just, they're physical. They don't score a lot. And that doesn't mean it's not winning basketball. It's just not one that makes you feel comfortable. They don't make anybody feel comfortable on the court. And I know in round 2, them not covering had a lot of people throwing up their hands and throwing their tickets at the screens in the book going, again, with this Texas Tech team, they can't cover. What's going on? I think they're obviously the more experienced team, older team. Are they the more physical team that's going to? So you said one thing, you slipped it in. Will they allow them to play, get the whistles? All week we're hearing about, the refs are going to give Duke all the calls. It's Coach K's last game. Complete nonsense. But when you see it, everybody talks about it. If they're allowed to play a physical game and get the whistles, Texas Tech is winning this basketball game, in my opinion.
I think so too. One thing that concerns me about officiating style, there was so much talk and so many eyeballs on that Arizona TCU game, and everybody's screaming about the no call late. I mean, you're 45 feet away from the basket. I mean, come on.
That's not a foul, right?
I think we're in the minority saying it's not. Now, granted, I'm clouded because I had the 3 plays on Arizona, so I was saying no. Swallow the You're 45 feet away from the hoop. Don't be calling anything there. The guy's not scoring. So I think it was a wonderful call. The official did a tremendous job of letting that go. But point being, where's the adjustment? Referees are human. Supervisor of officials are human. Is there an adjustment to less physical play in this round? If there is, that favors Duke clearly. Let me give you one other thing. I'm going to go deep in the numbers for you.
Oh, boy.
We're at that time of year where I go deep in the numbers. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Keep an eye on this if you're watching the game. There's 2 things. Duke is you tell me if this is good. I think this is good. But Duke is in the 100th percentile in points per possession on cuts. So offensively, when they're moving and cutting to the basket, they're in the 100th percentile, Dave. Doesn't get any better than Duke.
No, that 100 is good. I mean, I ain't been in school for a long time. 100% is good. Yes.
Texas Tech's defense, though, is in the 94th percentile when guarding that.
Another A student. That's pretty good.
And there we are about cutting things off in the lane if you're Texas Tech. So that's one thing you're watching if you want to live play this. If Duke is able to get in and make shots from in and around the lane, you like their chances. If they're struggling and having to settle for threes, now it swings back to I like Texas Tech in that one. So there's a deep number for you.
This will be a perfect in-game betting. I think both teams, this will be one of those ones where you'll see 12 lead changes, 7 ties. You could have both teams at different positions, plus 2.5, plus 3.5, both sides. Money line pluses on both sides. And the final score will probably be 65-62, and the game will go under.
If it is, I like Tech, right? If they can slow it down and play it like that, I like Tech.
Does this correlate in your head, Tech and under, Duke and over?
Doubt.
Okay.
No doubt. Okay. No doubt. I think this might be the biggest example of that. So, yes, I'm with you on that.
Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, click on another video right here on the screen. And if you really liked it, consider subscribing below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.